Hello everyone, welcome back to this next episode of Aragami. We're getting very close to the end. I think it's like two more chapters.
Oh damn. Okay. Yeah, we are really close. Hello everyone.
Oh, here we go. The Kaiju General's memory.
You're lucky we found that mural. It's a shame, but it's wow. Why? What? That was not grammar. I'm not fast enough for this shit. Ooh. Oh, Hikaru. Does that mean hope? I feel like that means hope.
Now we just need a twin named Kaoru.
I ain't gonna.
I get it.
Oh, it's light. Derp. Okay. I should have known that.
Oh, sorry. The talisman in the motherfucker. I don't care. Has been taken, sir. Awaiting orders. Oh, wait, still me. Okay, you. Sir?
Stay here. That's not the first talisman they have taken, and the only ones left are within the city walls. The intruder will be headed there.
But...
I thought we took care of all the stragglers, but at least one remains, and they know what they're doing. She's getting stronger. I can feel it. Hold your ground. Stay alert. The enemy could be here soon. They're making for the city.
Yes, sir. By the way, did you catch the power level on the scouter?
You ruined it. I can't keep a straight face anymore.
I'll return to my station with the walls, blah blah blah. Okay, moving on.
Yeah, you fucked it up. I was so proud of myself. Man. I really like the art style in this game.
Oh no, yeah.
I have been very sick the past, 3 days, and I'm finally feeling better. Oh, not too impressive, huh?
He's in the General's memories. He might have some information we can use.
What are you thinking, Aragami?
Nothing. Let's go.
I am chugging a tiny bit, and that usually happens at the beginning of the streams. So if I, anyway, if the voice acting is not in time, I apologize.
No, it's okay. I'll fuck it up plenty. And Aragami's just, and we should also check out that buff guy. I mean, I like the cut of his jib.
Oh my goodness. Oh my god, okay. So, I mentioned it when we were streaming Monster Hunter, but for those who did not catch it, I have been doing very valuable research, and I say that because my lovely wife does not play League of Legends, and when she does, she only plays ARAMs, and that's fair. Some people just like to play ARAMs, and that's chill.
Oh, sorry, one sec. Can you believe it? This is where it all started. Doesn't exactly fill you with confidence. No wonder Captain Yuki was ambushed here. It's foggy as etched glass.
All right, Nappa.
Don't worry, we'll have plenty of time to sink their battleships and their whales. I am hilarious, and you will quote everything I say. Okay, sorry.
Anyway,
In the beginning.
so in the meninging, I got
I'm just
you
fucking
have
up your
to.
momentum here.
You are. The ADHD is real. Anyway, I just I have to find out what she would prefer to be called online when we start streaming.
Oh,
But
I was
anyway,
going with Signa, except you were
yes.
you can.
But anyway, so I got her into trying Jace through Arcane, and his kit is pretty simple. It's easy to pick up. It's hard to master, that kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
So I was playing him a whole bunch, and today we played like a real game, not against bots or anything, and she did amazing. So I've given her the brainworms, and it's all because of shipping. That's
Of course
the
it
moral
is.
of the story. Trying to get her confident enough so I can use my stupid Victor support build. It's nasty, and I'm excited.
Joke's on you. I'm long gone.
Goodbye. So yes, we are going to run through Arcane as soon as season 2 is done. I have been I have been curious about it, but I hate cliffhangers. And so far, each episode of season 2 has ended in a cliffhanger, and I am not here for this. So, yeah. I'm gonna wait until that's done. I am excited. Oh, so it's always fucking Twitter. Blue Sky is the unproblematic, like, wonderful child that she is. But Twitter is angry that Arcane is ending after this season, and I'm like, y'all, the conflict is still happening in the context of the game.
Yeah.
Like, of course it's not gonna be resolved here.
Yeah, not to mention the fact that, like, last I checked, there is so much fucking lore just in general that they can make, like, at least 9 fucking seasons of Arcane if they really wanted to, and they expanded to more than just Piltover and
Zon.
Yeah.
But, like, people on Twitter are like, oh, but my lesbians, I want Kate and Vi still. And I'm like, bitch, there's
a video game.
So many lesbians. There are so many lesbians in League of Legends. You don't understand.
Like, not to mention the fact that, like, gee, it's almost as if there's some kind of tactic to get you interested in trying the game, like any good fucking game-based series.
Right.
Look at what Edgerunners did. Look at what Edgerunners did to fucking Cyberpunk.
Yes, fair. So the big thing, right, is Kate and Vi are probably the most boring pair of tragic lesbians in the damn series. Piltover and Zon are the most boring, like, cities lore-wise in comparison to everything else. Like, it's cool because it's like steampunky and edgy, and it was the safe starting point. I totally get why they started with Piltover and Zon, because there's a lot more that they can play around with it and make it more interesting. So, that being said, I can't wait for Twitter to lose their goddamn minds over Leona and Diana.
What's this?
Could it be? Oh, now we're spooky looking. Oh yeah, these guys are terrifying looking.
Another memory from the general. Was he escaping? Seems like this was a long time ago. That man with the patch over one eye. And that sword.
There's no doubt.
What?
So it's true. Hio is dead. Why does she look so angry? I knew it. In the bottom of my heart, I knew, but I refused to believe. Again and again, the forces of light take away those I care about. Mother, father, Hio.
Yeah, but it kind of looks like from that memory.
They will pay. Who do they think they are, tearing the ground out from beneath me in my own home?
Yamiko, I think you're a bit too lost in the sauce.
Right? She's... Sorry. I lost my temper.
Auntie Yami, you promised you'd lay off the sauce.
Right, for real.
How can we even speak to you when you're like this? Just know that deep down, I still love you. You will be avenged. All of them will be.
What?
I'm a vengeful spirit after all.
Aragami, I love you. That was me, not her. I love you, not her.
For a second, I thought your shipper brain took over.
No. I love him.
You're just like
Not her.
You're like the one fucking girl from the fucking Klaus movie, just mine. Mine. God, can we talk about how fucking amazing that movie was?
Oh my goodness, yes.
Like, I am so
Absolutely.
glad it's gotten the recognition it deserves.
100%. Honestly, so like, I know we shit talk Netflix, and I know it's like, oh haha, they'll greenlight anything. They have had some really killer series lately.
I know. I think that's the
Nimona
worst part.
Is Netflix too, isn't it?
Ramona, yes, because Nimona, yes, because it was initially rejected by Disney, which at some point is like, you know what, fucking, that's on you, Disney.
For real, 100%. Dude, yeah, I'm sure we've talked about this before. Disney makes me sad. I really hate watching something I used to love just fall apart because of corporate greed. And like, I can't think of another way to describe it except that they are so fixated on turning a profit that they won't do anything new and exciting. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but we've had the conversation but many times of the fact that, like, it's so weird how so many companies will genuinely take a risk, but it's in just the weirdest of fucking ways.
Yes.
Remember fucking Sony demanding that if you want to play Helldivers, you have to have a PlayStation account. It's like, that's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if this plays out.
Right? No, like, okay.
But,
so
like,
what
they
I'm
take
talking
so
about...
many risks in just the weirdest ways, and it just doesn't, because it's literally just like, so, because then after the backlash, like, Sony caved in, we're like, fine, we're not gonna have you require a PlayStation account in order to fucking play Helldivers. And then they just ban the distribution of that game in countries that don't have access to PSN.
Wow.
Which is just like, it's literally just like, again, it's a bold strategy, Cotton, but let's see how far, like, let's see if it goes anywhere. But at the same time, it's just like, again, it's a risk that is just like, why would you take it? Like,
so here's the thing.
It's like they play safe in the weirdest ways. That is just like, so like, corporations play it safe in just the weirdest of fucking ways.
I'm gonna bring up Wish. And the reason why I'm bringing up Wish, and then I'll go into Frozen and how I would change Frozen. But Wish started out, like, from the concept art and the original storyboarding, it started out as, like, this really cute love story between a fallen star and the princess.
Yeah, no, I saw that, and it's just like, yes!
Hang on! Let me finish.
Sorry.
the star was supposed to be a person. And what they decided instead was that Asha is her own independent woman, don't need no man. And it's like, okay, whatever, that's chill. So then they like tied everything together, which like, okay, that would have been cute, but I feel like if you kept the star as his own character and then tied them together because...
Oh, fuck, I shouldn't have hit the body and I should have gone for the extra kill.
Oopsies.
The one time I tried to play it safe.
But if you kept the star as a supporting character, like as an actual person, and like get rid of the goat with a deep voice, that's weird as fuck.
Oh my god, yeah, like...
Yeah,
God.
super weird. Super weird. But anyway.
And I know exactly why they casted that particular actor is because of the success of the Harley Quinn show, and he's the voice of Clayface, and I guarantee he was like one of the cheapest fucking actors to get at the time. Like he was the cheapest.
Is fucking amazing though.
He is amazing in that show.
But we're getting off topic. I have to finish my thought.
Sorry.
We're getting off topic, and the ADHD brain will lose it. Anyway, keep the star as a character. Tie them all together because you always see a shooting star in fucking Disney movies.
Yes.
So it's Asha and the star running across the Disneyverse and repairing whatever Magnifico fucks up with his greedy like magic stealing bullshit.
Oh my god, don't even get me started on Magnifico and how they just mismanaged it.
He could have been an amazing villain, but they used a song written by fucking AI, and I refuse to believe somebody actually wrote that song. That was written by AI. I refuse. I just will not believe it.
No, yeah, like, they're not beating the allegations. Like, no. Jesus Christ, even Drake, without his fucking ghostwriters, could do a better job.
Honestly. It's like... It's so upsetting because I wish could have saved Disney.
It could have been because like they advertised it as like, oh, it's like the 100 or 150th anniversary celebration.
150. It's 150th anniversary. And again, it could have been great. You could have tied everything together with Asha and the star running across the different movies and fixing things that Magnifico fucked up. That would have been fun and like Kingdom Hearts-esque, and it would have been a great little like callback to all the other movies.
Mm-hmm.
But instead, we got whatever the fuck Wish is now.
And they completely sorry, just
no, you're fine. And going back to your like they play it safe in the weirdest ways. I really liked, and I really liked Frozen being about sisters instead of romance. But if you were going to make Frozen 2 a big theatrical release, I do feel like you need another character to play off of Elsa if she's gonna be out in the woods like doing her own shit. Honestly, and I say this because my wife has a master's in Scandinavian history, and I like ended up getting wrapped up in that folklore. They do have a knock that she runs around with, but instead of I'm gonna explain it. So instead of allowing the knock to be his own character, because usually knock are river spirits that can choose between being human or a horse. So, don't make the fucking joke. So...
Wait, what joke?
You could have made that knock, instead of just being her really pretty water horse, whatever, you could have made him a character to play off of. They don't even have to be romantic, but you know I would fucking ship it. Anyway. Anyway. And knock are most often men, but you didn't have to make the knock a guy. It could have been like a new girly BFF or a girlfriend.
Yeah, imagine all the Barbie dolls you could have sold.
Right?
Because look, you have to buy her in human form and in doll form and in horse form.
Thank you. See, it would have been great. And or they could have gone a different route, and the knock is the dude, and you incorporate a Huldra, which is supposed to be a pretty girl with a cow tail and a hole in her back. I don't know. They're really cool little fairies. I enjoy them. Actually, they're like considered trolls, but the term troll in Scandinavia is kind of like the term fae in the British Isles. But anyway, I digress.
More of a categorization than an actual
yes,
specific species.
Correct. Regardless, if I really need to just go back to school for like screenwriting or some shit and write all of this bullshit myself. Would anyone pick it up? Probably not.
Well, I mean, let's be honest. There's the sheer amount of nepotism in the entire industry as a whole will definitely ruin it.
Ugh. And okay, so this I'm bringing up Dragon Age now, and this may seem like a minute complaint, or perhaps one that probably shouldn't be a complaint at all. There's no sex in the new game.
That's funny because I remember it was a
staple.
I remember they were on social media. They were bragging about nudity as a selling point. I
mean, they're nude, but they don't have an intimate moment.
Not even like a tastefully done scene?
No, the nudity is in the character creator, apparently. I haven't played it yet.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No! And it's so sad because I feel like if this game came out before Baldur's Gate, everybody would be so excited about it and like, oh my god, new Dragon Age game. And I'm just like,
as a Dragon Age veteran, you're kind of sitting there like, yeah, exactly. It's just like, thanks for the free advertising for Baldur's Gate.
For real. Just.
Uh-oh.
What? Oh my god. Oh my god. I don't know how you pulled that off.
I am a ninja.
Smooth operator. Smooth operator.
No, but yeah,
anyway.
and like with that, and even the thing is just like when all of the controversy about the character creator was going on, is just like, I remember someone made a point, and it was a comedic point, but it was still a very valid point of just like the developers being like, oh, well, if you don't like it, don't use it. And it's like, okay, fine.
Right.
Then how about you uncap the fucking sliders and if you don't like what kind of characters we create with giant fucking third legs,
yeah,
and like chests the size of fucking watermelons, if you don't like it, you don't use it.
I feel like that part though is more of an engine boundary, right? Like the physics engine can't handle this.
It doesn't even have to have jiggle. Let's be honest. How, like, that's the number one.
Yeah, but that's the thing. That's the physics engine is one of the things that they were selling the game on, like the hair physics and shit. Which is kind of dumb in hindsight, but like, you know.
And remember, this, I'm pretty sure it's like the Frostbite 2.0, which isn't even fucking which is like, it's meant for, like, the Frostbite engine, last I recall, was meant originally for shooters.
That's fair.
But and that's part of the reason why Mass Effect Andromeda was such a fucking train wreck, was because they were forced to use, the Frostbite engine.
I'm so sad that, like, Mass Effect is coming back, but I think they're bringing back Shepard as a main character, and I love Shepard. That's what I said. I love Shepard. I love Shepard. I love Shepard so much. And whether you play male Shep or femme Shep, it doesn't matter. Shep is great.
No, yeah, exactly. Like and it's so fucking obvious that like
let them rest.
The dialogue was written for both in mind. It's just like, you could have this or this.
Yes, let them rest. Just let them rest.
Why do I just imagine the fucking master? Okay? Why do I just? Oh my god, no! Remember that meme I showed you when The Last of Us Part 2 came out? And it's just, it's like Arthur Morgan and like all these other gaming protagonists that died heroically, just looking at a computer monitor, and you just hear Arthur just, what they done to you? And just looking at Joel, and like just looking at Joel, and then you just see fucking what's his name from the Telltale Walking Dead series, just putting his hand on Joel's shoulder, like, you deserve better, old man. Because the thing is like, I've stressed this enough. It's like, everyone's like, oh, why do you care? It's like, why do you care? It's just like, oh, you're just angry that Joel died. Yeah, and it's like, we knew Joel was gonna die at some point, but it's fucking how he died that is just so fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Like, God, like fucking what? Did you take inspiration for Game of Thrones season 8?
For real, oh my God. It's I feel like I should just ghostwrite. I should just write some shit and submit it anonymously, or put like a pen name on it.
Well, if anything, I would suggest you do what a lot of manga writers do, that I've noticed is kind of picking up steam in Western spheres. Write a bunch of fan fictions, build enough of a following, and then just be like, oh, hey, I'm releasing a totally original book series.
I mean,
because like
my wife and I have literally talked about that.
No, because it's so funny, because like so many successful manga writers revealed, oh yeah, before I wrote this series, I wrote a bunch of fucking hentai doujins.
Okay. I love that, first of all. Secondly, the amount of fan fiction that my wife and I have written together in the form of RPs could fill a library. I shit you not, and we have only really completed like 3 of them. And that's not even counting the shit we've written with Cloud.
Oh my God, so it's just a fucking George R.R. Martin situation with a lot of them.
It really is. Dude, the stuff we have written for Cloud in our Marvel alternate universes could fill comic books. It could be arcs of shit. And I just love it. I love it so much. My favorite RPs have been, because Oscar Isaac plays Moon Knight and Miguel, we did an RP where like
the two of them meet and are just the embodiment of just tired dad energy.
Yes, but it's Moon Knight who's the tired dad.
Why Moon Knight?
So, yeah. Hang on. Let me cook. So, let me cook. So, in what we wrote, Moon Knight of 2099 had a fling because with Miguel's mom, because Conchata does not keep her legs closed, and that is canon. I am not being a slut shamer. That is canon. And
I'm
anyway,
sorry, but the fact that you had to discredit that, I'm just like, I'm not the slut shamer. I don't.
I'm not being that bitch. Conchata is that girl. Anyway, so instead of it being Tyler Stone, who is Miguel's biological father, it's Jake.
Oh my God.
So, but she was still sleeping with Tyler. So when Miguel is born, she does the thing that she does in the comics and blackmails Tyler. And Tyler, like, does, like, pays his dues and is like, you will shut the fuck up or you'll die, kind of thing. And, anyway, so they only find out when, if you know the Moon Knight story, there's a moment where he's like kidnapped by his uncle, and we had that happen to Miguel instead. It did not go the same way that it did for Mark, Jake, and Steven. Thank God, because it's fucked up. But he still got hurt, and they found out because Miguel needed blood, and his only match was Mark. And that's how Mark found out that he has a kid. And then we had like some shenanigans happen in between there. But my favorite part, which is also really super depressing, is we had like the dark Doctor Strange enter the dimension looking for oh my god, what is her name? The Doctor Strange in 2099 is a woman, and I can't believe I've forgotten her name. I love her so much. Anyway, he was looking for her and ended up like encountering Moon Knight, and Moon Knight's like, well, fuck, I'm gonna die, but he can't have this other Strange, or, you know, this dimension will fall apart. Cue gigantic fight that occurs, and Khonshu like manages to hide himself away right before Jake dies. And yeah, that happened. It's skippy times, and Miguel finds out later what happened and becomes the Arachnite of 2099.
Oh yeah, the Arachnite. Oh yeah. My god, yeah, I forgot Peter Parker kind of became Moon Knight for a bit there.
It was a crossover what if kind of series.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
please tell me it was not as bad as the what if in regards to Miles Morales getting Thor's powers.
You know, I haven't actually read it.
No, it is very much like it is the definition of a guy who thinks he's not racist accidentally being 110% racist. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's not like that. I know that much. It's not that. But anyway, we played it into the Spider-Verse a little bit. So, Miguel had met the Moon Knight of, like, our world, which my brain is not remembering the numbers of, like, just plain ass Marvel Earth. But it was basically like it happened again. Miguel got his fucking ass beat by the evil Doctor Strange, and Khonshu teleported him to like regular Earth as he was dying. And so Khonshu, oops,
it wasn't giving me the button prompt soon enough.
616. It's 616. The Khonshu of 616 heard Miguel say that he needed help because he was still tied to the Arachnite, and Mark had to give blood again. And so that was like how that ended. Not ended, but like how we were like, oh my god, he's your kid kind of thing.
Why do I suddenly think of that dumbass voice from the fucking Angry Birds movie, and just that mind just, oh my god.
Oh my god. I did kind of say it like that.
The fact that could have been an amazing fucking joke, but they used it too soon in the movie. Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm just calling it for what it is. Like, legitimately, it would, like, the mime saying that could have been so good, but they used that joke too soon in the movie. And I know there's the whole, oh, comedy comes in threes, and the mime does that 3 times in the movie, and it's like, yeah, but he's a fucking mime.
Yeah, it would have been funnier if it was like at the end of the movie.
Yeah, when he gets fucking flung from the slingshot. The fact that I unironically watched the fucking Angry Birds movie.
Oh my god. I did not, but I'm following along.
The worst part is the fact that, like, I will be honest, several of the jokes are actually really fucking good.
It looked funny.
There were several jokes that could have worked, but it was so obvious that, like, I like to make the comparison of, like, okay, there were like 10 writers in the room and 2 of them were fucking hilarious.
I love that. And that's probably accurate, to be honest.
Nah, more like 20 writers, let's be honest.
Well, that's fair.
Like, and that's the thing. Like, I've said it multiple times at this point. It should be like a catchphrase of mine or something, but, like, no, it sucks, but we really do kind of need just a factory reset to get the budgets and the overbloat and whatnot, because that's the biggest thing. That's the reason why so many movies are considered failures nowadays, is because the budgets are so goddamn big that they need to make over $1 billion in order for it to be considered a success.
Oh, that's dumb.
No, exactly. It,
Yeah.
like, again, it's like, it sucks because because bottom line, I am, for the most part,
I'm muted so I can cough.
no, it's okay. It gives you a chance to kind of ramble, but like, again, like, a lot of people, when I make that argument, there's like, oh, so you're advocating for people losing their jobs? And it's just like, no.
If they don't deserve them, yes.
Like, it's literally the fucking Guardians of the Galaxy 2 fucking ego, just like, now I know that sounds bad.
I really liked Cosmo.
See, there's like so many characters named Cosmo, you're gonna have to be a bit more specific.
The dog.
Oh, Cosmo the dog, okay. Because for a second, this is just what the show I grew up with, but like for a second I thought you were talking about Cosmo from Fairly Odd Parents.
Yeah, I figured you were. No.
And I'm like, I miss how he was originally written. Because like, he was originally written to actually be pretty fucking smart.
Yeah, he was witty.
And he got flanderized so fucking hard.
Yeah.
Like, if you saw like and it's such a stark difference between the fucking pilot and the first episode.
I feel like Butch didn't want to write that many episodes, and he ran out of ideas.
Oh no, he very much ran out of ideas.
Yeah. But like, Butch is kind of a dickhole, so I don't feel bad for him.
No, yeah, and if anything, it should have been like, the end of the series should have been when it's revealed that Timmy made that fucking wish that we all know about.
I don't know what you're talking about.
So, okay, so basically it was originally, if last I recall, it was originally marketed as a series finale, but then Nickelodeon was like, no, we're just gonna make it a season finale. And basically Timmy gets put on trial because like, there's like a fairy accountant who was running the numbers and was like, hey, wait a minute, something doesn't add up. It says here that a wish was made. And so basically it's revealed that because he didn't want to lose Cosmo and Wanda, he made the wish to have everyone stop aging.
Oh.
And then his second wish was for no one to remember it.
Oh fuck.
Like, that's a fucking bomb. That's a bomb of a twist, right?
Yeah. I love that.
But part of that, and like the episode ends with Timmy accepting that he's not going to be a kid forever, and someday he's going to have to give up Cosmo and Wanda.
That's so wild.
And then they fucked it up by introducing a bunch of other fucking shit. Like the fact that, turns out Fairy World has a shortage of fairy godparents, so now Timmy has to share with this girl who is...
I remember that.
Just fucking perfect in every way, and then there's the fucking magic dog that's just like, well, what the fuck? Because it's like, why the fuck are there even rules if the dog doesn't have to follow them and whatnot? And it's just...
Yeah.
And it's like, it's a running gag of like, oh, well, the dog's magic is not nearly as either potent or focused as Cosmo and Wanda's, which is why he's able to break the rules. But even then, there's like, I would argue the show really started going downhill as a whole when Poof was introduced, the baby.
Yeah.
And sorry, I really kind of want it back.
I thought it was very brave of them to make Cosmo pregnant, though.
I see it more as the comical gender role reversal gag.
Yeah, that's fair. But speaking of Butch Hartman series that started off really good and ended up horribly, Danny Phantom.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah.
I will admit though, the movie.
I will say though, he fucking got my number with Evil Danny.
Shut the fuck
He got my number with Evil Danny, man. I can't.
Shut the fuck
I can't.
up.
I can't. I will not shut up.
Jesus Christ, Olive.
I can't. I will not shut up. There's an artist on Twitter that it's not porn, but
it may as well be without you're talking about it.
No. It's not. It's
you
not
have no.
porn.
You cannot say you're a good Christian girl at this point.
No. It is not. It is not porn. But the way she draws his teeth, damn. I can't.
Why is it either redheads, sharp shark teeth, or fucking just himbo personalities?
I don't know, and Kirishima has all of them.
Exactly. Why am I not? Okay, there we go. It was so weird. The button problem was not showing up.
But like, I don't know. The way this artist does Evil Danny, it's like some alternate universe where both good Danny and evil Danny exist at the same time. And like, evil Danny is like hyper protective of Jasmine, and it makes me happy. It's like, that's the 6th guy you've scared off this week. What the fuck is your problem? And he's like,
okay, so there's another qualifier. Overprotective as fuck.
Yeah.
Whether it's through territorial or...
You know what? Let's look introspectively here, right? Because I have said on your channel before that she, they is my jam. The gender fluid bit of it is, if I were a man, all of those characteristics would be mine. Like, if we're being introspective here, I do feel like...
So you're basically just a dude. Oh my god, I just realized you're a redheaded pit bull.
Yep. Yes! Exactly!
You're a fucking redhead pit bull. Jesus Christ.
Oh my god, little red nose. Little pibble.
A pibble.
A pibble.
No, okay, so sorry.
If I had to pick one though, if I had to okay, I feel like I'm a little more ADD than that. Can I be a Malinois?
Okay, fine.
Yay! Thank you.
Also, just to kind of loop back, because I just realized we're almost at the end of this chapter. It's like 40 minutes, so we're just gonna zip around and also talk a bit. But like, one of the I kind of want to loop. I want to loop back to fucking Wish and the fact that like we could have gotten a great fucking Disney villain in the form of Magnifico, but there's one particular character interaction that fucks with it entirely. The fact that Magnifico has a point when he talks about having to use discretion on what wishes can be granted.
Oh yeah, and that's portrayed as a bad thing. Yeah, I agree.
Exactly.
Yep.
And it's like,
I agree.
So, and it's like, that's the thing that pisses me off the most about that, is the fact that like he's kind of got a point, and you're kind of acting like a brat.
Yeah.
When you're demanding that everyone's wishes be granted. And I for sure would be that one asshole that's like, Magnifico would be taking multiple dreams out of my fucking head of just like,
oh, for real.
I really want to fucking kill that guy who keeps letting his dog shit on my lawn.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And I would also be sitting there like, damn, I wonder how big of an impact putting a crack in that dam would be. Like, I am that fucker.
I love that for you.
Like, I am that asshole of just like, man, I wonder what would happen. And it would be like, man, because to call back to another kind of garbage movie that has a pretty good villain line, fucking Mr. Electric from Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
Yeah.
For every child who dreams of the electric bulb, you have someone who dreams of the atomic bomb.
Mm-hmm. That's so real. Hello. My cat has graced me with his presence.
Because like, again, it's just like, yeah, it's like it's so like it's optimistic to be like, oh yeah, everyone can achieve their dream. Not everyone deserves to have their dream granted.
Right.
Because and that's the, and like, here's the thing, not to mention the fact that like he is so badly treated from that point onward, because like that whole scene is meant to be like a big reveal of like, oh, he's a bad guy all along, but it's just like, what the fuck, no. And it's just, and
I feel like the way you could spin that to make him be a bad guy is by making the dreams he grants more selfish.
No, exactly.
Instead of, yeah, So it's like, or instead of not all wishes need to be granted, it's more like not all people deserve their wishes to be granted. That little change just makes him seem so much more like
judgmental, vindictive. You could have, we could have had a fucking next generation Count Frollo.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
no. Instead, what we get is Chris Pine.
I love Chris Pine. Do not hate on Chris Pine. But
I'm not kidding on Chris Pine.
He got really shitty. He got really shitty direction and was given a really shitty character to play, and he needed work. I feel like that's why he took it.
But the thing is like, I also noticed that like it's also kind of messed up. It's also kind of weird as well because of the fact that like this is also like an unintentional like mischaracterization of a character that Chris Pine plays because of fucking Wonder Woman 1984.
Oh.
And the fact that he just body snatches someone thanks to Wonder Woman's wish. And then keep in mind, to Wonder Woman, she sees Chris Pine's character. But to everyone else, they see the guy that his mind was put into.
Yeah.
So that makes that sex scene really fucking awkward, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And what makes it they try to do the whole, well, after Chris Pine stops possessing the guy's body, there's like a little wink, there's like a wink to the camera of just like, oh, well, maybe she's gonna find this guy that they body snatched interesting, and it's just like, no, that'll just make it so much worse.
Yeah.
Just, man, Chris Pine's really been getting shafted, huh?
I loved the D&D movie. I loved him in the D&D movie. That was just
and the fact that he said yes to having that fucking scene where the illusion of him just gets fucking warped and distorted. It's so fucking good.
It's amazing. It's so good.
Because I know so many actors that would be like, absolutely not. You are not doing this to me.
Right? No, it's just, I love that he has a sense of humor. It just, you know, it didn't. This is another movie that suffers from, well, it didn't make enough money, so because
of the budget
is fucking awful.
No, because again, it's the budget, and it's the fact that a bunch of people who, and I mentioned this before with like video games and whatnot. It's like it's the middle management that are allowed to just run fucking wild because they're able to talk to the people the executives who only understand numbers. And then there's the middle management who are able to communicate with the people who only understand numbers. Therefore, something with a higher number obviously means it's far more successful.
Right.
And all that much more high quality. Why do you...
I don't know. I feel like if you're gonna do something like that, though, you gotta run the numbers not only in the theater, but the numbers that the topic does on social media.
Well, that also because like that also is one of the things of just like because the thing is that sometimes, let's be honest, depending on what exactly is going on, social media is not really a good Geiger counter to see if something is gonna be a good, bad, or even a toxic product.
No, but it's like the okay. In the case of social media, I believe all talk is good talk. Because if you can get things buzzing and like people talking about your stuff, someone is going to be like, well, it can't be that bad, and decide to watch it anyway. Right?
No,
so the more buzz you can generate, the better, in my opinion. Who cares if it's bad press?
No, yeah, exactly. But then there are also
not every review has to be glowing.
Which is another problem, because a lot of studios think, oh well, obviously because it's getting it's also like a lot of the falsehoods of the fucking reviews in the first place of just like, oh well, if we can manufacture enough positive reviews, then
Well, I mean,
and
okay.
it's the issue with access journalism in the first place of just like they are basically abandoning morals for the sake of being able to keep their in with the studios that are giving them the early access shit.
Yeah. I mean, it's a lot like Arcane, right? Like, the buzz around Arcane started off with some League fans being like, this isn't the actual lore, what the fuck? And then other people started watching because they were like, what are you even talking about? Like, what do you mean there's lore to League of Legends? You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, okay, yeah. No, yeah, and in situations like that, that's a good thing. So it's very much a double-edged sword, and it's very much reliant on who the fuck is actually swinging the damn thing.
Yeah, that's fair.
Unfortunately, the vast overwhelming majority of people who want to swing the sword basically took a bunch of basement lightsaber training. So you got a bunch, so you got an entire industry we're running around with double-edged swords like fucking Star Wars kid. Tell me I'm fucking wrong.
That's so real. No, you're so right. That's so real.
Especially in regards to the
nepotism. Oh my god.
And then,
okay.
And then there's the fucking nepotism where it's the fucking parents that are just like, oh, look at Billy, so cute, swinging their sword around. Let's go ahead and put this on social media.
Okay, so there is. So I know I just said all press is good press. There is some.
Ah, fuck.
Oops.
Maybe I should have gone to one of the checkpoints before I.
Yeah, maybe. Oh my god.
Oh, wait. No, yeah, it saved my progress.
Yeah. There you go. No, so I know I just said all press is good press, but have you heard anything about the newest, like, Natlan bullshit? Have I talked about that with Genshin?
Oh, no. It's been a while since we talked anything Genshin.
Yeah, well, I fell out of it really hard, but my wife is still playing it. And so they being Hoyo, and I think the Genshin writers are just bad. I'm so sorry. I just think they are.
Remember the whole afternoon we spent bitching about Raiden's character?
God, yes. Anyway, the inspiration for Natlan is way too many countries all at once, and the countries that they picked, or countries/continents, they picked Australia for, like, the scenery, and then, like, for, like, colors and not even, though. So when Natlan was coming out, they were like, oh yeah, it's gonna be based on Africa and Australia and South America, and it's gonna be, like, so cool. And I'm like, do you know how different those cultures are? Like, yeah, I'm just gonna say not many.
I'm just gonna say it. It's you're expecting it's racist. You're expecting China of all fucking.
Every character that they've come out with has been, like, bleach white. And that was an issue in Sumeru as well, which is supposed to be based on India and the Middle East. And at least there, you can argue that the bridge between the Middle East and India was Persia. And a lot of the inspiration for Sumeru did come from, like, Persian ideals. So that part makes sense. Still, the characters are way too fucking white. So, fucking, oops. So,
I didn't teleport fast enough.
People on Twitter are in two camps. It was either, oh, wait for Natlan and then you'll get your melanin. Or, no, this needs to be corrected. We need it now. And I agree with we need representation in this game that you're saying is based off real life culture. Like, if you didn't say that we took inspiration from XYZ country, that's one thing. But they straight up came out and said it came from XYZ country. And so the people who are part of those countries are not seeing themselves represented in the game that you are borrowing their culture for. And I think that's fucked up.
Oh no, yeah.
I don't care
and it's
that it's a Chinese company and they do whatever they're gonna do. I still think it's fucked up. Okay, you may speak.
no, but again, it's like one of the biggest issues is like, again, I keep saying, you know, it's a Chinese company and whatnot, but like at the same time, and it's honestly, yeah, there is no real excuse for that.
None.
No, exactly.
None. So it's like, and then, okay. So Natlan's story is like, oh yeah, at one point, so let me start over. Natlan has been super isolated. And so the story is like, oh yeah, at one point they were like super, super advanced, and then like they regressed because of a really like massive war. It's the country of war, so that makes sense. But like they have the Archon riding around on a motorcycle. Excuse me?
Well, maybe the Archon's being greedy and is hogging it and is hogging the technology. Okay.
I accidentally muted myself. No, she's not. It's just a design choice that they went with. And they don't really explain it beyond that.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Oh, it's because I was under there, so the camera's perspective got a little fuzzy.
Yeah, that was wild. Anyway, so it's like, you know,
that's the best. Like, yeah, that's the best way to describe it.
Because the way they did technology in Genshin up until this point was like it was still fantasy. They were very steampunky. It was very like ancient runes, like golems coming to life that are made of carved rocks, that kind of thing, or like the steampunk automatons that like you see in fucking things like BioShock, you know? And that was for one particular world.
So as someone who hasn't played the games but knows enough about the lore, technically they aren't automatons. Like if you're referring to stuff like the Big Daddies, then it's like they're not.
No, I know they're not, but it's the aesthetic.
Oh, okay,
right?
Yeah, then
like that's what I'm talking about. Yes, I know very well what the Big Daddies and Little Sisters are. BioShock is one of the first games I went like Dark Souls lore diving through.
Never cut me off, like it never happened, and then we went. Sorry, just of course there's that fucking meme of it of just like just like, oh yeah, it's just like, haha, this game has some fun shooting, and then meanwhile the lore is just
right. Yes. I fucking love BioShock. But anyway, I digress. So it's like you get to Natlan, and suddenly there are rollerblades and DJ tables and motorcycles and pixelated little dragon creatures, and it's like, what the fuck is this? Where the fuck are we? It doesn't fit aesthetically with any other part of the game, whereas I feel like Mondstadt, Liwa, maybe not Inazuma, but Sumeru, all of these lands kind of fit together aesthetically. Like, yes, they're based on different cultures. Yes, they have different styles, but aesthetically speaking, they mesh. And they just decided not to do that with Natlan.
That's see, it's kind of fun. Oh yeah, for sure. Like it's a team comprised of multiple.
Oh,
but
here's another thing that's kind of fucked up.
Oh no.
So, a Kiwi, a New Zealander, was talking about how I say her name wrong every time. Malvika, the Archon is a harmful stereotype because for a while in New Zealand, they had a problem with biker gangs. And one of the stereotypes with those biker gangs were that they were all Maori. And Mavuika's name is based on a Maori goddess.
Oh, I feel like that was like it was. I feel like it was meant to be like an homage, but it came out completely wrong.
Yeah, it's a big oof. So you know, they dropped the fucking ball. At least the whole thing with VtuberEN is not as bad as everybody thought it was. So VtuberEN is a for lack of a better descriptor, he's a character that has bat-like features, and his name is based on the like Maori word for sound. So it's cute. It's like echolocation. He's a bat. It makes sense. But everybody thought he was a Yoruba deity, like based on Yoruba, and I don't remember the actual like deity's name. But you know, at least at that point they were like, oh, okay, his name makes sense. But yeah, Malvika is a fuck up. It's kind of bad. Kind of bad.
Yeah, it's meant to be an homage that just did not translate all that well.
No.
If anything, they must have done like a Wikipedia search
for real
of the histories of the different places and just went with that.
Yeah,
which
I'm inclined to agree. It's a big oof.
Like on the one hand, at least there was some kind of effort, but on the other, it's like the effort's kind of been pointed in the wrong direction.
Yeah. Oh. We found a grave.
Oh. This must be the next talisman.
Oh.
Wait, is it the talisman?
Another vision?
Essence flows from the soul. Soulless beings will never generate or command it.
Aragami, are you alright? Did the vision do something to you?
That was Master Tsuyoshi, the one who taught Kaiho leaders the technique which let them capture you and your empress. Those words are his. Oh, she did it. Okay.
Gasp. How do you...
I just know. Like in the mausoleum. It must be the general's memories. Even though Tsuyoshi was an enemy of Nishoko.
Yeah, you said it right.
His wisdom was real. He taught Kaiho's leaders a lot about essence and those words. Do you think I have a soul? Do you remember anything in your ancient scrolls about Aragami's souls?
I think you do, but let's see what she says. I don't think so. Does it matter?
Of course it matters. Don't you understand? My shadow essence. It isn't part of the ritual which summoned me. It flows from my soul. If I had no soul, I'd have no essence. But whose soul? Where did it come from? I'm not human. Souls don't just appear out of thin air. What if I'm somebody reincarnated? I use shadow essence and the sword as if they're second nature to me. I could from the moment I woke up. Is that because I'm an Aragami? Or because part of my being is someone's soul? Someone who could wield the sword, could control shadow essence before they died? What if...
Aragami, slow down for a second. Please, what are you saying?
I'm sorry. Having someone else's memories jostling in my head. I just want to know who I am. I feel like I'm missing something.
I love him. It's fine. I understand. You must think I'm a terrible summoner. I invoked you, but I can't even answer a simple question about Aragami.
Hmm.
You know, maybe you're right. Perhaps Aragami are reincarnations of dead warriors. Maybe you were a part of Nishoku's forces in a past life, and that's why you can use shadow essence. Jesus Christ. Sorry.
Hmm.
Man, I was on a roll. Don't worry. We'll find out what your real nature is. I'm sure of it. But for now, you need to keep your head. I can't have you fall at Hikaru's feet. Wow, bitch. Okay. Rude.
Oh, well, that was convenient. Guess
Right?
I blitzed through that level so fast that we're at the 1 hour and 6 minute mark.
Nice.
Cool.
Good
Anyway,
stuff.
thank you guys so much for watching and for listening to us ramble. And
My favorite part.
and if you liked what you saw, then by all means, go ahead and check out some of the other stuff I've got on the YouTube channel. And I stream every Tuesday and Friday night starting at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I hope to see you guys there, although the the adpocalypse that hit Twitch is kind of like... But anyway, that's a conversation for another day. See you guys.
See ya.